Testing 1, 2. Well, that's what happens when you're a one-man show. You do it all by yourself, mate. You don't have any technicians or anything like that. Can you believe it? I forgot my ring. Unbelievable. Well, we're never going to hear the end of that. Are we ready? Somebody please needs to tell me if you can hear me loud and clear. You know, I need to set myself up here for a second. Just give me a moment. 1 and 1, and 1 is 3. Got to be good looking because you're so hot to see. Come together right now over me. We should do a thing where we walk down the street and we say to them, look, complete the lyrics, and then have them do the last line or something. That's always fun to do. All right, guys, I sincerely apologize for being late, but this is SML TV. Kuno ni ku Simoson bwana. Simoson, there are unexpected issues. They just crop up. And when they do, you deal with them as they come. So, you know, it's not like I sit here waiting to go live. Life happens at Simoson in real time, okay? All right, just wanted to double check here. Guys, thank you for joining me. If you could, please tag somebody. I hear people say this. I never understand what it means. Tag somebody. Let somebody know. You know, these live videos, they tell you to do that. So I'm just doing. Guys, before I begin, tell me honestly, does this tie go with this shirt? Because here's the thing, guys. I'm really struggling with my attire. As many of you know, I'm not really big on fashion. I mean, fashion is not my thing. Okay. Before I continue, I need to hear you say loud and clear. Somebody, because you know, okay, here we go. All of them. Oh, you can hear me. Wonderful. Tell me honestly in the comments, does this tie go with this shirt? Because here's the thing, guys. I'm not big on fashion. I have decided here in the next few weeks, I'm literally going to be wearing a uniform. I'm going to have 3 main colors. I'll have a shirt, a long sleeve white shirt, a long sleeve black shirt, and a long sleeve gray shirt. I might throw in blue there. And then I'm going to have a little logo so that I don't have to worry about what to wear. Guys, who needs the pressure of constantly coming up with new outfits and new hairstyles? Can you imagine the type of stress people like Mutale Mwanza goes through? Have you seen Mutale Mwanza's repertoire of clothes? Have you seen that girl's wardrobe? Imagine every single day having to wake up worrying about what am I going to wear? Does this shirt match my slacks? Do the slacks match my shoes? Does my hair go with my earrings? Who needs the pressure of going through that? This is why I would rather wear, listen, if it was left up to me, honestly, really, I would wear white shirts throughout the whole week. Nay, throughout the year. Of course, different shirts, but you know, just one basic color. Okay, that way I don't have to stress about what I'm going to wear, you know. Tell me in the comments below if that's something that you guys stress about. I stress about stuff like that, okay? And I don't think we should stress about your clothes. Just come on, turn the camera on, do your thing, and leave. You know, you want to sit there and people saying, well, where did you get that tie? Huh? What kind of shirt is that? Who sold you those slacks? Well, what kind of wristwatches? Guys, relax. I forgot my ring. I know Facebook notices everything. I guarantee you someone on here is going to say, well, where's your ring? What's going on in your marriage, Mwewa? Where's your ring? You need to explain that. Facebook. They see, you guys see everything and you notice everything. Okay, let's begin. Again, thank you for those of you that are just joining me wherever you are, whether you are in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, whether you're in Shreveport, Plaquemine, New Orleans, Kwakasomokuchinsali, Perth, Australia, Bogota, Colombia, wherever. Welcome. Thank you for being with me here on SML TV. Right, guys, instead of the country talking about the economy, which we should, instead of the country talking about how the teachers have just been recruited and where are they going to live, and which we should, instead of speaking about how the dollar has fallen and how it has now become a little difficult to actually walk into a bureau and buy dollars because the dollar has fallen drastically. You know, it's easier to get, well, it's cheaper to get dollars, but it's a little harder to acquire them. Instead of speaking about those things, guess what the whole country's talking about, honey? Guessed it. Everybody's talking about a sex tape. Now, here's my advice. There are two things I'm going to teach you today, and I think these are very, very important. Please, pull out your pen and paper. Write this down. If you've got one of those Galaxy Note phones, just pull out the S Pen and scroll this on your screen. This is going to help you tremendously. First of all, for those of you that are contemplating, for those of you that are musing, you know the word musing, M-U-S-I-N-G, musing. For those of you that are thinking about making a sex tape, here's my advice to you. Don't do it. That is the worst possible idea that you could ever conjure up. Now, here's the thing about sex tapes. When you're young and you're married, or sometimes you're, for those of you that, you're single or you're dating, and you've got this, you're full of energy, you're full of testosterone, if you're a young man and you're with your woman, and then you have this harebrained idea of, you know what, let's do a sex tape. Guys, I always tell you, and I will consistently tell you this. Everything you put out on the internet lives forever. Now, I know there's some of you guys say, but well, I didn't mean for it to go out on the internet. That's the point. You see, when you record something, when you leave a digital footprint of that nature, because guys, let's face it, copulation, okay? Copulation, that's a very fancy way of saying sex. When I was a kid, we couldn't say the word sex. I mean, when I was a kid, when you said sex, everybody looked at you like you were crazy. Sex? Were you raised by wolves? Where did you hear that word? Not now, honey. These kids say that like they're eating. Copulation is a very private thing. It's between you and the person you love. It's between you and your partner. It's between you and someone that you call your own. It's not for you to share with the whole world. And I know, but I didn't mean to. Well, Iris didn't mean to. Look what happened to her. Now, before some of you start jumping on me about that, say, well, how can you bring up Iris? Well, she brings it upon herself. Okay, let's just be honest about that. I mean, Iris wants to be known as that person. We used to think that she doesn't want to be that anymore. We used to think that Iris was trying to shed the past of her pornographic encounter. We used to think that, but then we now realize that that's who she is. She loves being that. She loves being seen because she knows that she's a very comely. You know the word comely? Comely is someone that's beautiful, someone that's appealing to look at. She knows she's that, so she flaunts that. So look what happened to her. She didn't mean for that tape to be released. It just happened. It was an accident. Some guy got the video, the laptop and found that file on there, and boom, the whole planet saw it. So nobody ever really means for it to happen, And if someone says, but then we're married. Well, look at Tommy Lee and that Tommy Lee, what's his name? Tommy Lee and that blonde girl. What was her name? Pamela Anderson. Well, they were married. They made a sex tape. We all saw it. The whole world saw it. Okay. So it's not about you. It's not about, well, we're married. It's about leaving a digital footprint that never goes away, ever. 100 years from now, people are going to be watching Iris. 485 years from today, people are going to be watching Tommy Lee and his wife, Pamela Anderson. Or are they still married? Is that over? Are they still in? No, whatever it is, my point is people are still going to be watching that. So the rule is never make a sex tape, ever, for any reason. And for some of you, that's a tall order. You would think that is common sense. You would think that people with umuntu na 5 senses, you would think that people wouldn't do that. Oh, honey, you would be surprised and shocked how many people sit there and say, you know what? How about we make a sex tape? Go ahead, pull out your phone, press record, and let's get down. You'll be shocked how many people do that. And then here it is, you make a mistake, you're fiddling around with your phone, boom, it goes to WhatsApp group, boom, everybody sees it. And there you are panicking. Now, here's the thing, guys. When you are a public figure, okay, so number one is never make a sex tape, okay? Never make a sex. But perchance, peradventure, let's say you make it, and for some reason it is released. That's released to you. This is how to handle it, especially when you're a public figure. If you're a public figure and a sex tape leaks and everybody sees it, the very first thing you do is you have to deal with it because you're a public figure. You're not a private citizen. Okay, you have to deal with it. And this is the only way to deal with it. You face it head on. First, number one, if it's not you, you say it's not you. I need that to sink in. I need that to sink in. If it's not you, if somebody releases a videotape of you holding some type of fruit, a pineapple, an orange, something, and it's not you, the very first thing you have to do is you have to come out and say, it's not me. How dare they? That is not me. And you take it from there. But if it is you, well, that's a completely different deal. If it is you, take ownership. If it is you, you have to resign. You have to leave your public professional job. Because let me tell you why. As long as you are in that position, it will impede your ability to do your work effectively. Can I get an amen, somebody? Somebody, please go ahead and tell me in the comments below. If you agree with that sentiment, go ahead and type amen. And let me say it again because I think it's important. If it is you and you are a prominent public figure, the only reasonable thing for you to do is to resign. If you don't do that, guess what happens? You impede, you block, you hinder, you make it very difficult for you to perform your duties. Why? Because everybody's going to be talking about that tape. Now, here's the double standard, and here's the hypocrisy of it all. All of us remember when there was a minister in the PF. He was caught in the same thing. I mean, it was clearly him. You could see his face. You could see you could see his face. Let's just put it that way, okay? That was him. That was a bad thing. Now, and to this day, even though we've sort of forgotten about it, the bottom line is the moment that name comes up, you don't think about his debating skills in parliament. The first thing you think about is not his ability to solve an algorithm. The first thing you think of is not his stoic nature. No, you think about that tape. Are you getting that? Do you see how grave it is? Do you see that? Do you see how important it is? Now, let me mention here, all of us, regardless of who we are, okay, I'm going to just put this out there because this is the truth. Let's just be real. All of us are one scandal away from ruin. There, boom. There's nobody that's perfect. You must know that. Every single one of us are susceptible to whatever we condemn, we are susceptible to it. Every one of us are one scandal away from ruin. You must know that. But it takes responsibility. It takes foresight. It takes you to think about beyond now. So if you're going to record that stuff, you run the risk of ruin, and it follows you wherever you go. And lastly, guys, I have to say this. Honestly, I have to say this because this is something that I see on a regular, and I think by see, I mean, I see this on the internet. I see this, and it's this. Guys, and this is to the women folk, okay? Guys, ladies, don't insert stuff in your, huh? Can we say that? Let me put it this way: the female apparatus is a very delicate instrument, and that's the nicest way that I can. Oh, shut up! That's the nicest way that I can say that. The female apparatus is a very delicate one, and it must be treated with. You get my point. Don't insert stuff in there. Don't put wheel spanners and fruit and all kind of cantaloupe and, cucumbers and all that crazy stuff. You guys don't listen to Dr. Mujajati? Do you not ever listen to him? Do you not watch him? Do you not follow his instructions? He says it very clearly on there. You could go to his page right now and he will tell you beyond a reasonable doubt, women, do not insert anything in your apparatus, because your apparatus is one of the most delicate, one of the most sophisticated instruments that has been created. And it's not meant for that. It's not meant to have something shoved in it or. Anyway, tuwabembuka waisa kuchita accuse ati ngafile wachiraranda pa Facebook wachikumfwa. So I'll leave it to your interpretation. All right, guys, I gotta go. I gotta do a street vlog. Thank you so much for watching. Okay. People are putting wheel spanners. All right, this is a comment. This is Miss Damwara. Cucumbers really awesome to eat, especially bananas. Wow. Where mwana, please. What I to say, yeah. All right, here it is. Ichisungu. Chachilamo bamwe. Just go kumu street. Street. All right, guys. Can I do a bit of affiliate marketing for a moment? Can I do that? I saw on the internet, there's this new phone. It's called the Canon 19. You know where I bought this? From Gift. Gift downstairs. I bought this phone from Gift downstairs. And it comes with a cover. Okay. It's called the Canon 19. It's supposed to have a real special camera on it. Okay. So I'm going to try this phone on my street vlogging. Usually I use my my Galaxy Note for vlogging. But today I'm going to use this. It's called the Canon. It's a techno phone, very affordable. This is one of these low end phones with high specs. Okay. This is not nowhere in the range of the Samsung. I mean, these are really affordable phones. I got this from Gift for about 3,100. She sells it for 3,100. This is not an advert, by the way. Okay. It's not. So, but I'm going to use this today and I'm going to see how great it is. So as soon as I switch off here, I'm going to switch on here and then I'm going downstairs. I'm going to use my little gimbal here. Do you know what this is? Do you have any idea what this is? This is called a gimbal. This is by Joby. Joby's the brand. And what it is, you put for those of you that are interested in vlogging, I mean, you could vlog with your phone. Usually I do this, and this is fine. This is perfect to do this. But if you don't want to do that, you can get one of these. I bought this on Amazon, and I forget the price, but it's very affordable. Okay, it helps you with your vlogging, And what it is, you stick it on there. You do one of these. I'm going to show you now. Boom, and then you're vlogging like that. So as soon as I switch off here, which I'm going to do in 2 seconds, 2 minutes. Somebody on Facebook is like, yeah, now I put that 2 minutes. You're still here. What are you doing, Mwewa? Facebook, Facebook they want you to do exactly what you've said. God forbid that you deviate. You commit the unpardonable sin. No, wadi tulaya. Warandira 10 minutes. Ile ni 11 point chakuti. Mule yangala na Facebook. Kuti vakupenya. Vakuchita panics. Are we winning? Hey, Megan Fox. Megan Fox Gomez, I see you, girl. All right, I'm going to go downstairs. So as soon as I log off here, I'm going to go street vlogging. I'm going to go grab some breakfast, maybe some tea or something. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Chola says, how are the Rakes? No, it's not Rakes. Okay. Let me tell you what it is. Okay. Let me break this down for you. Now, I don't mind teaching you this stuff because, I think it's important. When you go the wrong way, it's important for somebody to teach you, to sort of learn you. It's not Rakes. It's Rakes. Say it right. Now, I don't mean to do that as a slight. I'm not doing that to embarrass you. I'm teaching you. People, they take it off. They are offended. Why? When you say where you could have just called her in private. Why can't you call her in private? Just tell her, find a booth somewhere and enter that booth with her and make sure no one is present. Then you can impart that knowledge. Now, Mwewa, when you do it like this here on Facebook, you have just embarrassed her. Mozambia, we don't say embarrassed, we say imbalanced. You've just imbalanced her. No, it's meant to teach you. Okay, it's meant to teach you guys. But I do love you though, just so you know. All right, I gotta go. So let me set this up. And if you notice, I don't really play music anymore because Mark Zuckerberg sent me a note and says, you keep playing copyrighted music, Mwewa, I'm gonna shut you down. That's what Mark Zuckerberg said to me. Zuckerberg says to me, he says, Mwewa, I'm gonna put a line through your name instead of under it. How many people know that when Mark Zuckerberg says that to you, you sort of pay attention? How many people know that? Mark Dangasha. And he's got like 4.5 billion people. He just says, okay, you know what? Boom. All right, here it is. Okay, I'm going to say on here, I'm going to say going to have breakfast. Can we say that? And then as soon as I switch this off, I'm going to go vlogging. I'm using StreamYard. For those of you that want to know, because lots of people ask me, well, how do you throw the graphics on there, the text and all? It's StreamYard, along with my Rodecaster Pro. This is a Shure's mic, by the way. Do you guys know a factoid, an interesting factoid? Do you know what a factoid is? A factoid. Here, let me show you now. I love doing this. I love doing this. This, it's called a factoid. Okay, you know what a factoid is? That word there. Can somebody tell me in the comments below, what is a factoid? If you, whoever says the right answer, I'll throw you up on screen. What's the factoid? It's not 35 minutes, Mr. Mwe. I love it. Oh, you guys are hilarious. A factoid. Ah. A factoid. You need to tell me what a factoid is. Oh, that's my friend, Johnny D. My phone's ringing in my bag. Boom. So an interesting factoid is that, what was I going to say? What was I going to say? I've even forgotten what I was going to say. Oh, Michael Jackson recorded his Thriller album on a Shure's mic. Not this particular one. I'm saying a mic like this one. He used this mic, this brand of mic, to record Thriller. Isn't that amazing? Tell me that's amazing. All right, so I'm just going to set this out. I'm going to say here, going for breakfast. Okay, in City Market. Okay, while using the app. All right, so I'm going to put my phone on here. And as soon as I click, oh, great. Now I got to worry about it's not rotating. How do I do the rotating thing, for goodness sake? See, now I got to figure out, it's not rotating. How do I do that? Oh, man. If it's not one thing, it's now I got to look for the rotating thing. Where is it? Goodness. Where? Okay, forget it. I'm going to have to just ask Gift to help me with that. She probably knows how to do that. I don't know how to do it. You know, it's supposed to be able to rotate, isn't that? Anyway. All right, so just give me a moment. Chirikui. Inechi Fukushi. I don't even know where the rotating thing is. Can somebody help me? Stop pretending and answer the questions. It appears in print. Okay. What are you saying? Enable the auto rotate. How do I do that? Where is the auto rotate? Where is that? In settings? Okay, let me go to settings. From the top down. Hotspot, display, auto. Oh, there you go. There it is. Thanks, guys. Thank you so much. You guys are such a blessing. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Boom. It rotated. Oh, yeah? Facebook has got something called explorations now. All right, so I got to go. Guys, thanks for watching. If you want to continue watching my lives, please tune in 30 seconds, because as soon as I click off here, I'll click on my phone. All right, got to go. Guys, thanks for watching. God bless you. And don't forget, in closing, don't forget, please don't forget, don't ever, for any reason, I don't care how much you love the guy, I don't care how much you love the girl, anyone that tries to coerce, you know the word coerce? Have you ever heard of the word coerce? Here, let me throw it up for you so that you know, because this is a teaching opportunity. Um, Here it is. Here it is. I'll throw it up here for you. Do you guys know what this is? Here it is. Are you familiar with this word? Coerce. To press you or to try to convince you, to pressure you, to not to force you. Forcing is different from coercion. Coercion is like someone says a lot to persuade you, like compel you to do something. No matter how much someone coerces you, in Zambia we say coes. It coes. No matter how much someone tries to coerce you, to press you, to force you, not force, to convince you. Okay, this word has a hint of manipulation, to manipulate you into recording a sex tape. A guy could say to a girl, if you love me, you'll do it. That's coercion. A girl will say to a guy, if we don't do this, then our relationship doesn't mean anything. That's coercion. Nobody should ever coerce you into doing a sex tape. The perfect answer is no, we're not doing that. That is a private act between you and me. Even if it's us recording it, we're not doing that. Never take that risk. That's a great place to start. Okay, I gotta go. Gotta go. Gotta go right now, this moment. All right.